Okay, let's have a look at the Coroneos 100 integrals number 16. So here comes the question here. We've got, you need to integrate dx over x squared brackets x1 minus x squared to the power of half. Now, if you pay attention to the half here, that means it's a square root. So what's inside the square root is 1 minus x squared. So hopefully that gives you some idea about, maybe we're going to use Pythagorean identity. So like in a trig substitution, because 1 minus either sine square or cosine square is equal to cosine square or sine square. So that's something we probably need to think about. Okay, so we need to do trig substitution to solve this question here. All right, so the first step is we let x equals to sine theta. We can also let x equal to cosine theta if you want to, but it's not going to change anything. So if x is equal to sine theta, then dx is equal to cosine theta d theta. Now we have everything we need. All right, this is dx, which is here. So you can replace the dx by cosine theta d theta. Then the next step you can do is replace everything now. All right, so let's start. We know the dx is now is changing to cosine theta d theta, so we can put it cosine theta d theta here, just to replace the dx. And we know that on the denominator, x squared now can be changed into sine square. All right, and that's a square root of 1 minus sine square theta. So after using substitution, we actually changed everything in terms of theta now. So now it's much easier to simplify this. All right, so we've got cosine theta d theta over sine square theta multiplied by. Now, what's inside the square root here is going to be cosine square. So after you take the square root, you are going to get a cosine theta here. So we can just write cosine theta. Alright, so the next line of working is just going to be cross out the common term on both the top and the bottom. So you can change cross out cosine theta over cosine theta. That gives you 1 over sine square theta d theta, which is equal to cosec square theta d theta. Alright, now to integrate cosec square theta, it's equal to minus cotangent theta d theta. Oh, oops, made a mistake. Minus cotangent theta plus c here. Alright, so once you get that, the next step you do is you need to substitute the x back into theta here. So we can't leave the answer in terms of theta. The reason for that is because we start the question with x. Now we need to make sure we finish the question in terms of x as well. So what we can do now is we have the previous identities, right? We actually let x equal to sine theta here. So from here we can create a right angle triangle. We can call that the angle theta, and according to the ratio, that's x, which is opposite, over hypotenuse. So therefore the adjacent side is just going to be 1 minus x squared and a square root. Okay, so once you finish this one here, then we start to talk about what's cotangent theta equals to. Now cotangent theta is equal to the reciprocal of tangent theta. And we know tangent is equal to the opposite over adjacent. So in this case, we'll just do the reverse process. It will be adjacent over opposite. So therefore, according to the triangle here, we got square root of 1 minus x squared over x plus c as the final answer to this question there. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.